Well, it's Tuesday.
It is.
And we're off in a new direction. We've been off in a new direction for a while. The last couple of weeks we've been playing with black and white photographs. Anyway, we're looking at some cool models that she has built.
Oh man, I think I've been building a lot of models over the whole year just to stay occupied.
Well, you've been doing little dioramas and all kinds of things, but your last little adventure has been building bicycles.
Yep.
Like this one right here.
Mostly because I'd like to have one, but it's like I'm afraid I'd kill myself if I actually got on one right now.
Well, building models is a lot of times funner than actually having the actual thing. And they take up less space. Yeah,
Yeah.
But this is an Academy kit.
Yes.
And we got it out of China.
Ah.
It is available on Amazon, but this one we got out of China because at the time that was all we could find. I know it comes with various parts, right?
Oh, yeah, all kinds of various parts. It was like, so I just did my own thing. I made it look like I wanted to have it look.
I know you really modified it up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm. I had an idea of my perfect style of bike, yes.
Anyway, they called us what, the Academy Sprinter?
It is the Academy Sprinter.
And a leisure bike.
Yes.
And so I'm not sure what the original prototype is or anything about it. If you know anything about this particular bicycle, you might throw into the comments. It was just a neat model, and I found it on a Chinese website. Ah. And at that time, it was only available on the Chinese website, so I bought it.
Right.
And but it's sold in all different markets, and I have a funny feeling it may be Korean, but I'm just not sure. But
yeah, it says it's made in Korea.
Does it say made in Korea? Mm-hmm. Well, see, score.
Yeah.
It has that Korean feel to it. I don't know why, but so maybe it's a Korean bicycle.
But the instructions were in English this time.
Thank goodness, because we have run into that problem in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, my Japanese isn't that great, so.
No, yeah, and oddly enough, a lot of times the instructions, even though it's a Korean model, are in Japanese, or a Korean model, or Japanese, or
Which is
Chinese
fine. I can follow
is a
the
Japanese.
pictures, but when they translate to English, it's like talk about lost in the translation.
I think what happens is the Japanese are just such great consumers of models, and
I just follow the pictures. That's fine.
And when I buy these things out of the Far East, you never know what the instructions are going to be. My favorite is when they've been translated by a machine from the Korean into the Japanese, from the Japanese into German, and then into English. And you're trying to figure out what in the world they mean by "do not take buffalo to water cave." and in respect to this, so I don't.
And don't do it.
And don't do it, by all means. I would never dream of taking a buffalo to the water cave, so I don't know why they're even bothering to mention that. But,
yeah, locomotive.
Anyway, this was a really neat kit.
It was fun.
And then I thought it was two different kits because it comes in two different boxes. Mm-hmm. But it's the same kit. They just box it in two different ways because they'll show it built in different ways because you get different handlebars and seats.
This one has. I kind of made the shot for this guy right here, but still, I wanted to look,
Yeah, both of these that are here on the end, all the parts are available. You can build it any which way you want, which is fun when you get to customize things and change things up to your own particular preference. And then you changed out all your cables and everything because you had a different look in mind there.
Yes, I painted
And you
them.
made your little clamps here, which is...
Oh, it has to have clamps because the cables are just on the loose, and I can't have that.
And you've been going through something of a bicycle phase.
Yes.
So the one just before this was a Stingray.
It was. I always wanted the orange Krate.
Well, and the Stingrays were available as the orange Krate, and what else?
The lemon peeler, the gray ghost, and the lemon peeler, I think.
As a kid, I had a generic one. It was
so did I.
It was $25, where the actual Schwinn orange Krate and stuff was more like $75.
Try 100 back like in 1970.
Oh, was it that much?
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's why my parents gave me the stinker.
My mom got me the $25
mine was
clone.
$26. That was in '68 when I got mine, and it was actually the Kmart, but it's now Walmart on Parley's Way.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's where mine.
But they were, I think, again, they were probably made in the Orient. Back then, nothing was made in China because China wasn't open.
Mine was a Huffy. It was.
A lot of people don't seem to realize that, but the import area, it's always been, ever since World War II, things have been imported either out of Japan or Korea or Singapore. but now it's China. But that's all. Anyway, we got the Korean, the Taiwanese, the Hong Kong version, whatever.
Well, for me, it
not
just came
the Schwinn.
from Kmart on Parley's Way. That's back when that store was brand new.
Anyway, the kit, we digress. The kit for the actual bike is for the Schwinn.
Yes.
We found one of these online.
Yeah, we did.
How much?
Well, the remake is $414, and
Yes.
it's just a single speed.
But we want the original.
Try about $5,600 for one that's in pretty good shape.
50 for the bike you would have paid $100 for
Yeah,
Kmart.
yeah, exactly.
This is a lot less money.
It's safer
and
too.
And it's smaller. So you built this one first.
Yes.
And this turned out quite nice.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I
was
love the way
happy with it.
This one looks really good.
Oh, I put my passion into it because I still want one.
Yeah.
But when you're my age, I'm not sure you look proper on a Stingray bopping down foothill.
The kit in this case is not made out of, well, you never know where it's actually made, but the company that makes it is
It
MPC.
actually says it's made in the USA, proudly
Yeah.
made in the USA. Now, whether that's the bike or the box, it's up to your own
So it
guess.
probably is. The tooling, oddly enough, again, we digress, but the tooling for most of these kits from this era were done in Germany. Because back in the 60s and 70s, that's where the best tooling was being done. But then the molds would actually be produced in the United States. And then, unfortunately, a lot of those molds were sent to China. And the Chinese have not been very good about taking care of that stuff. And molds have been lost and they're rusty and they're trying to get them back on the market. But a lot of times you can't because the molds. Anyway, in this case, made in the United States again. And there it is, the Stingray Classic, the Schwinn Orange Crate.
The orange crate.
Well, you painted yours as the Orange Crate, but I guess you could have made it in any version.
It came actually with the orange, and the orange crate was probably the most common. The apple crate was a red one, and then there was a yellow one, the lemon peeler, and then there was the gray ghost that was really rare. I don't remember ever seeing a gray ghost, but there was one out there.
There you go.
Yeah.
Anyway, quite fun, quite fun. And you've been collecting a lot of 8-scale bikes, and we will be covering those.
I'd collect the real thing if I had room for it.
And I've been collecting. These are all done to 8-scale so that they all kind of look good together.
Right.
And I've been collecting the 8-scale motorcycles, which are all die-cast and you don't build them. But so we have this large collection of 8-scale bicycles and motorcycles, and we're going to be kind of diving into those over the next little while and doing some more brass engines and
We need another curio
stuff
cabinet.
like that. Boy, do we need more. We only have about 5 of them, and we need more.
Especially with all the models I've been building over the past year, waiting on surgeries and now COVID.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been busy.
And and now that my eyes have been fixed, I can actually see the darn things. So anyway, we digress again. But this was a really neat kit. This is a really awesome kit. I'm going to put a link to it in the description so that you can find it on Amazon because it is kind of difficult to find. This one's even more difficult to find because it's out of production. But it's all over eBay. So you'll have to go searching for it individually. A lot of times it says it's available on Amazon, and then when you try to buy it, it's not actually available. This one's just kind of tricky that way.
I should get another one and do a gray ghost. That would be really rare.
Well, we could do that.
Maybe
We
should.
could do that. Make the most rare version of it.
Yes.
Well, anyway, if you haven't been over to the channel, pop over to the channel. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And do take a look at this Sunday show. It's going to be really fun. So, if you're not a subscriber, here comes the blue button where you can become a subscriber. Are we ready for it?
Blue bike.
Blue bike, blue button. Are we ready? Zoink! Blue button right there. Well, we're not sure how you found this video about bicycles on the internet.
Yeah.
We hope you didn't find it boring, and we will see you out on the bike trail. See you then. Bye-bye.
Bye.